All right, good evening. This is the November 19th, 2025 Cottage Grove City Council meeting, which I'm calling to order. Our first order of business this evening is the Pledge of Allegiance, so if you'd please rise. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, will the clerk please do the roll?
Councilmember Clausen?
Here.
Councilmember Olson?
Here.
Councilmember Thiede?
Here.
Councilmember Garza?
Here.
Mayor Bailey?
Here. Next on our agenda this evening is open forum. I will mention we did have a sign-up sheet out in the entryway, and it doesn't appear that anybody did sign up, but we do have our County Commissioner, Carla Bingham, is here to share a few things with the council, so we'll get her going, and then I'll ask one more time after she's done. Welcome.
Oh, thank you, Mayor and Council. Good evening. Thank you for, I'm going to be real quick because I know you've had already a long meeting and you have a long agenda, but I just wanted to highlight a few things before the year closes out here. We are going to be reopening the Newport Transit Center because there is a bus line that now will be coming from Woodbury to the Newport Transit Center out west to the Airport Mall of America. This is the first public transportation that we've been able to have here in the East Metro going west towards the airport, which is big. And I figured the residents of Cottage Grove, even though it's the Newport Transit Center, would want to know that that's going to be an option, and that starts on December 6th, runs every hour from 6 a.m. to 8, 7 days a week. And I really want to thank the Red Rock Corridor Commission and Councilmember Garza, who serves on that, and our local community partners, and of course the residents for their advocacy to get that access going. There is an open house at the Transit Center on the 10th of December from 4 to 6, so hope people can join us. Another exciting expansion is our darts circulator is now going to also be going into St. Paul Park, Newport, bringing folks to the hub here, the shopping center hub here in Cottage Grove, and then also obviously our library and basic needs food shelf. And so just a way to meet the needs of that, and you obviously probably benefit from some retail increases there. We also are undergoing our update to our transit needs study, which should be done in early 2026, which will have a more comprehensive plan for transit. Obviously, with your support, the Park Grove Library will be undergoing a major renovation, and that starts in February. It'll be shut down for about a year. And I wanted to announce that the Cottage Grove Armory will have some programming available that currently is offered by the library, and then the South Service Center in Cottage Grove will have some catalogs of books, and those will be rotated out. And then finally want to talk about a couple food-related things. The food scrap program, we have 11% across both counties of people utilizing it, 12% in Washington County. 3/4 of Washington County has the program rolled out. The northern part will get that next year. 10% of Washington County homes are enrolled in it, so really appreciate that. But being that the holidays are coming up, hosting food, all that, go to foodscrappickup.com and sign up, and we'll get you those bags, and you can participate in that program that is of no cost to you. And then I just wanted to remind folks that Christmas lights, Mayor, and batteries should be properly recycled, and we can take those at our recycling center out there in Woodbury. And then I just wanted to note too, it's been a big topic, is the SNAP program that had been cut off, now it's back on. And the federal shutdown had an impact on a lot of our neighbors that have food insecurity, and the board, the Washington County Board appropriated $250,000 to local food shelves. Both Friends in Need and Basic Needs received a portion of those funds. And, you know, the SNAP benefits were dispersed, but both Basic Needs and Friends in Need have been experiencing over a 30% increase in users, mainly of first-time users. And so I just wanted to say that the needs and the pressure doesn't go away just because that program was turned back on. And I know another thing that's very near and dear to the mayor's heart is the holiday train is coming on the 13th. I know you'll talk about that. But that benefits friends in need. So I just wanted to know, like during these times too, that the county's doing what we can, and I know the community is all hands on deck to help. And finally, that actually was the last thing on my list, Mayor. I thought I had one more. So thank you. I can take any questions if anyone has them.
Any questions, anybody, at this point? I guess not. You covered it all.
All right. Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much.
Yep. Take care. All right, again, I don't believe there was anybody that had signed up. Just one last check before I close open forum. Is there anybody who wants to speak on open forum? All right, we'll go ahead and close open forum. I'll move to number 5, which is adoption of the agenda.
Move the agenda.
All right, I'll start with Councilmember Thiede and then seconded by Councilmember
Perfect. Thank you.
Olson. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Now we'll move to presentations. We have 2 this evening. Our first one is the Public Safety Board K-9 and equipment donation. And our Director of Public Safety, Pete Kerner, is going to take us through this. And then council, I think we'll join them down in the front. Pete, you want us down there now or wait?
Sure.
Okay,
Yeah,
we'll come on down.
Thanks, Mayor.
Yep. Why don't we get the Public Safety Board up here to join us?
Commissioner Bigham, if you'd like to, you were kind of a part of the whole thing way back. But that does mean you need to make a financial donation at some point too, so. All right. All kidding aside, thank you, Mayor and Council, for allowing me to have just a couple moments with you here. As Commissioner Bigham had just mentioned, I know it's been a long day already. You guys were here at 7:30 for EDA, and not everyone's retired, so I don't know what time everyone got up. I won't look at anyone specific, but tonight we're just going to recognize our Public Safety Board. And as you're aware, through all of our conversations this year, through budget, we kept talking about adding an additional patrol dog. Currently, we have 2. So part of it, I mean, they're great for apprehension, they're great for searches. They've been a really good public relations tool, and also just recruitment and retention also. When officers want to come here, they want to know there's opportunities. And so a K-9 program is one of the big things. They're not cheap. And with that, since we first started our first one, it's been the Public Safety Board that has been the kind of the driving force behind the donations, raising money for us, getting grants and everything like that. So the continued support's been incredible. When we came to them, I think when we got Blitz was probably $5,000, $8,000. Now a new K-9's quote, we paid just under $16,000. So we've already, with this presentation, well, some of these things we've already purchased. We're getting ready for, I hate to say it, but the snow. So we already put the kennel and the slab in at our handler's home. Sydney Whalen, she was the one that was selected through a process this year. And we had to send money for the dog. Just after Thanksgiving, Sydney will take possession of the dog, but she doesn't start the academy until through the St. Paul Police Foundation. They do the canine training, but sometime in January. So we will have the dog here to introduce, but I want the dog to at least get acclimated to Sydney, and so we don't have any mishaps here at a council meeting or whatnot. So with that, we'd ask that council accepts this donation, and we'd like to present the check, just over $20,000. So.
Fantastic. Look at this. Thank you. I'm going to hand it to you. Do you want to speak?
Yes. First of all, thank you, everybody. And a lot of our fundraising efforts come from the Cottage Grove and some surrounding community cities. So the K-9 dog is also part of the community, and that's what we're here for, is to raise funds so that we can purchase budgeted items for the police, fire, and EMS. So with the K-9, I'm sure it might have been used the other night. One of the dogs probably was out searching. So they're very special for our force, and we really need them. And so purchasing another K-9 is always beneficial for the community and for the officers. So thank you, community. Thank you, board. Thank you, city council. Thank you, chief.
Thank you.
Fantastic. Well, I'll throw in there too, obviously, thank you to the board and all the citizens and such that have helped with the fundraising and making this happen. You know, you mentioned about the officers and that too. Now that we'll have more canines, if you will, spread throughout all the different shifts. Actually, the mental health and wellness of our officers is going to be better instead of somebody working all night and then getting a call in the day and then need to take the dog out. So, I mean, all of those things are benefits too. So the health and safety of our officers also is a big plus in adding this additional canine. So on behalf, I think, from all of us here, even our county commissioner over here, Cottage Grove County, we all. She was. She was the one that helped get the canine program up and running again. So. Well, I just wanted to say thank you. Thank you all again. Keep up the great work. We do truly appreciate it. This means a lot to the community.
On the hometown holiday, we're also going to be selling our plush dogs. You can see them throughout the windows and in the main office. We sell them that's part of our fundraising efforts, along with the police patches and challenge coins. And we've also done a few other little things. So I'm going to be doing a bunco tournament at Broadway Bar in St. Paul Park in a couple weeks. And so if you want to come down and learn how to play, donations are accepted under a guideline through gambling. So it's not term donation, it's appreciation acceptance. So thank you.
Awesome, thank you. Let's give them a round of applause again for this. This is amazing. Oh, one more.
Thanks, Debbie. Yeah.
Sorry, I think I just got you. Yeah.
Thanks, Mayor.
Thank you.
Yep, and then if you guys want to do that,
we'll do
yeah.
All right, council, we do, to be official, if you notice, there is a recommendation. There's actually two recommendations that are on the,
Mayor, I'll
I'm sorry,
move-
there's three
I'll move to
recommendations.
accept and approve the donation of the dual-purpose police dog canine purchased from Police Service Dogs, Inc. with the value of $15,667.
Fantastic, thank you. That's, Councilmember Olson made the motion. Who takes the second?
Second.
Second by Councilmember Thede. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed? And who would like to take number two?
I'll move that we accept and approve the donation of the 7-foot by 14-foot concrete slab purchased from Schultz Enterprises LLC with the value of $3,000.
All right, so we have a motion by Councilmember Thede, second by Councilmember Garza. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Motion carries, and then maybe I'll swing all the way down to the end here. Would you like to do number three?
Yes, I'll move that we accept and approve the donation of the 6-foot by 12-foot enclosed kennel purchase from Midwest Fence with a value of $1,665.
Awesome. We have a motion by Councilmember Clausen. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Councilmember Olson. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Again, thank you to the board and all those that contributed to the next K-9 for Cottage Grove. All right, our second presentation this evening is actually a proclamation, and I did ask Councilmember Clausen to read the proclamation. It's hard to believe we're just a little over a week away from Thanksgiving, and so I'll turn it over to you.
Thank you, Mayor. I have the proclamation for Small Business Saturday for November 29th, 2025, and the proclamation is as follows. Whereas the City of Cottage Grove celebrates our local small businesses and the contributions they make to our local economy and community. And whereas, according to the United States Small Business Administration, there are currently 36.2 million small businesses in the United States. They represent 99.7% of all businesses with employees in the United States and are responsible for 61% of net new jobs created since 1995. And whereas small businesses employ 46% of the employees, which is 62.3 million people in the private sector in the United States. And whereas 68 cents of every dollar spent at a small business in the United States stays in the local community, and every dollar spent at small businesses create an additional 48 cents in local business activity as a result of employees and local businesses purchasing goods and services. And whereas 79% of consumers reported that Small Business Saturday made them want to shop and dine at small, independently owned retailers and restaurants all year long, and whereas Cottage Grove supports our local businesses that create jobs, boost our local economy, and preserve our communities. And whereas advocacy groups, as well as public and private organizations across the country, have endorsed the Saturday after Thanksgiving as Small Business Saturday, now therefore the Mayor and City Council of the City of Cottage Grove, County of Washington, State of Minnesota, hereby proclaim November 29th, 2025 as Small Business Saturday, and I would move to adopt this proclamation.
Thank you. So you have a motion to adopt the proclamation, Small Business Saturday in Cottage Grove by Councilmember Clausen. Who is the second?
Second.
Second by Councilmember Thiede. Any discussion? Shop local. That's the main thing, right? So shop local. All right. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. All right, we're moving along. We're now down to consent agenda. Council, was there anything you wanted to pull off of tonight's consent? No. Okay, not seeing anything. To pull from consent, I'll look for a motion to approve and a second.
I'll make a motion to approve consent.
All right, so we have a motion by Councilmember Garza. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Councilmember Clausen. Again, any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. So if you are here for anything that was on tonight's consent agenda, all of those items have been approved. We'll move to 8, which is approved disbursement. 8A is to pay the bills.
Move the bills.
We have a motion by Councilmember Olson. Who'd like to do second?
I'll second.
Second by Councilmember Clausen. Again, any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Boy, we're moving along today. 9 is public hearings. There are none this evening. 10 is bid awards. There are none this evening. And then we have our regular agenda, which is number 11, and we have 3 items here this evening. The first one is item A is the tobacco violation. I believe it's Giza Incorporated, doing business as MoonSoon Tobacco, which is 7584 80th Street South, number 201. And our Director of Public Safety, Pete Kernan, will walk the council through this one.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. You were making good pace, and now I get up here. I apologize.
No, you're good.
All right, tonight we have 2 tobacco compliance check violations to talk to you about, kind of listed as 2 different items, but I'll try to get through this relatively quickly with what the procedure is. All of you have been a part of violations, whether it's alcohol or tobacco in the past, so just do a couple quick reminders. But with the tobacco checks, we do them twice a year. That's in our ordinance. And we have our whole compliance team led by Sergeant Mike McCormick, and we have some compliance check officers that make sure they follow the same procedure every time. And back just recently on October 28th, we did our tobacco compliance checks in all of Cottage Grove with all the license holders, and we had 2 violations. First one I want to talk about is MoonSoon Tobacco, and this is their first compliance check violation in a 36-month period. So just to kind of remind you, our decoys, they were given specific directions on where to come, how to look, how to dress, everything. So we're not out to trick people, not to lie to people, and they're all kind of listed here with, they have to tell their real age if someone asks how old they are, and to present a real driver's license or instructional permit. So with that, we review it, we take pictures, so basically we collect evidence. It's a police investigation that these can ultimately become. So they're given money that they go in, and their directions are basically go into the tobacco shop and ask for a certain product. And as you can see, it used to be they'd ask for a pack of Marlboros or Lucky Strikes, and now the younger ones ask for Zyn and all these other products that I really don't even know what they are, but I know that you have to be 21 to purchase. So here's just a quick reminder of what our identifications look like in the state of Minnesota. As you can see, it's a portrait when they're under, and it is marked under 21, so there really should be no confusion if they ask for an identification. The other picture shows the 21, and that's landscape. So as you can see, there's a difference. You don't even have to do the math. If you look at it, it tells you right on there that they're under 21. The first violation we'll talk about, you did have the copy of the police report in your packet if you had a chance to review that. But we did conduct these on October 28th. And with this one, the decoy did go in, went up to the counter, and a transaction was completed. The decoy purchase Zyn pouches, and those are like a smokeless pouch but they contain nicotine, and you have to be at least 21 to purchase those. So asked for the product. The employee did ask for the driver's license, and this decoy actually provided an instructional permit, which is the same as the other. It's the portrait style, and it shows. Did not ask for an age or additional questions, and then did complete the transaction. The person, our decoy did go out and tell the officers that they were just sold the product, and our officers did go back in. With this one, she just said there was confusion when she tried to do the math or something on the years, so. But with that, she was told she was gonna receive a citation for selling the tobacco, and the violation letter was sent to the license holder. With that, I turn it over to you for recommendation. I don't know if someone from the business, okay.
Yep.
So, the recommendation, but we can let the license holder come up too, so.
All right, so first, council, any questions for Pete? Would you like to come up and speak? And please just state your name and address for the record.
Wanda Fleur. I live at 2581 Fifth Avenue East, North St. Paul, Minnesota, 55109. On the night in question, the individual was a new employee. She'd only been working a couple weeks. She was trained, and I have explicit not recommendations, but the things they have to follow up at the register, that they have to scan all IDs. And I understand she also told the officer that we didn't have a scanner, which is untrue. She was trying to get out of it herself. But we have, immediately that night, she was let go. I finished her shift, and I took care of everything, but we do have the scanning in place. I have reiterated with every one of my employees, and I remind them every 2 weeks. I'm messaging all my employees saying, hey, don't forget to ID. You have to scan every ID. If they don't scan, be sure you check it well. So, but we have taken care of that situation and have put more rigorous training and stuff in place so that it doesn't happen again.
Okay. Council, any questions? Councilmember Olson?
Thank you for being here, first of all. We appreciate it. Sometimes people just don't even show up, so it's nice to have a representative from the business here.
We're very proud of our stores, so.
So I have a couple questions for you.
Yes.
How long has this business been in business?
I believe the business has been there 3 years.
3 years?
But I've only been managing it for a year, just
Okay.
over a year.
Okay, so 3 years under this name.
Yes.
So then this is the first violation in that 3-year time frame. Okay, that's good to know. Secondly, commendable that you, as the leader of the business, took care of the situation, informed the employee they no longer had a position with you, stepped in to finish the shift. I happen to be a retail person myself, as does the mayor. And so we know that sometimes, no matter how many times you remind people and teach people and coach people, their behavior doesn't always sync up with the training they've received. So I'm glad to hear that you took firm and quick action. The last question I had for you is, you said, they have been trained. What does your training look like?
I am in store with every new hire for 2 days, 2 full shifts, and then they also train with the people that are working in the store for another 3 to 5 days before they're allowed to be on shift alone. None of my stores have 2 people on at the same time. We're always just a one-person store, so. Until we're very comfortable that they understand and they're doing things the proper way. And they were during the training. She was scanning the IDs as she was supposed to, so.
Okay, so your training is more like shoulder to shoulder as opposed to say, electronic-based training where you actually go through a series of modules and you have?
No, all of ours
documentation?
is hands-on, in-store, right there with the customers and anything that comes up. And they also know that if there's any questions, they can call me at any time.
Okay. Do the tobacco vendors work with you on anything? I know some of them also have some training programs in place. I'm just curious if they bring those to you to potentially take advantage of their.
I personally don't know of any, but the owner might.
Okay, good enough, good enough. Well, again, thanks for being here. Glad to hear that you took quick and decisive action. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Okay. Council, any other questions? Thank you for showing up tonight and sharing what you managed with the situation. So council, you can see the resolution on number 2. Should you decide to go that route, we'll need a motion in a second.
I'll make the motion to adopt Resolution 2025-170, imposing the scheduled penalty for the first violation in a 36-month period of a $300 fine.
All right, so I have a motion by Councilmember Garza, second by Councilmember Thiede. Any other discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you. And then we'll go to B, which is a tobacco violation, Hy-Vee Incorporated, doing business as Hy-Vee Wine and Spirits at 7280 East Point Douglas Road. And Pete, our Director of Public Safety, is going to take us through this one.
Yep, and I'm not going to go through the procedure and everything for you in this second one, but Councilmember Olson, you asked a good question about different provided trainings as well. And I will say that Washington County Public Health, they also send out, they do a training a couple times a year. We do one right at the service center, and our compliance officers will participate in that. So there are other opportunities too, and then they go over some of the online programs that are available.
Thank you.
With that, well, the other violation I had was Hy-Vee. It's actually wine and spirits at their liquor store. Like the other one, the police report is in your packet. And when we did these on October 28th, 2025, we had the same. A decoy went up to the counter and the transaction was completed. In this case, the decoy purchased Velo 7 milligram nicotine pouches. The decoy asked for the Velo, and an employee sold and gave him change from the purchase, completing the transaction. The employee did not ask for age or for identification. In this case, the decoy, I believe, was 16 years of age. After they made the sale, went out, the officers did go in, I believe it was Officer Foster and Officer LeMay, when they talked to her, at that time, she said that the scanner was having problems with their point of sale, and just said, I guess I needed to do better. So there wasn't a lot of excuses other than, she knew she should have done the IDs. So with that, the employee was told she was going to be receiving the citation for selling tobacco to a person under the age of 21, and a violation letter was sent to the license holder. And we do have a representative here tonight as well on this.
Okay. Any questions on this one for Pete? Okay. Is the owner, do you want to come on up and speak? And just your name and address for the record, please.
Alicia Egan, W12259 555th Avenue in Prescott, Wisconsin.
Okay. Is there anything you want to share on this situation before we?
Yeah, there's no excuse for it. The scanner was working fine that day. There was no attempt to scan an ID or ask for an ID by the employee. Unfortunately, it was just an employee who didn't care. I mean, that's the only thing I can get out of it, because the employee was properly trained. Employee knew what to do. The employee had been doing that all the way up until that point when I watched video camera footage. The employee was let go from their position. So, yeah. So no excuses. It shouldn't have happened.
All right, I'm going to maybe turn to Councilmember Olson, because I'm assuming you probably have the same questions, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
Thank you.
Again, I appreciate that you're here. That says a lot. And I also appreciate that you took swift and decisive action. That also says a lot about the degree of seriousness of the offense. But I am curious, newer employee, long-term employee, what did their training look like?
It was a rehire.
Okay.
Person who had previously worked with us but didn't work in the liquor store, so they weren't selling anything. They had been back with us, I believe, a month.
Oh, goodness.
They'd gone through all of our training, and our training is online-based and on hand, or side-by-side with an employee and a manager. They were well-trained. Our computer systems don't allow you to sell tobacco to anybody without scanning an ID or entering a date. So they bypassed all the procedures.
Isn't that frustrating?
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
I deal with it, the mayor deals with it, we completely understand, but again, I'm glad to hear that you took the sort of action that you did. I think that sends a message to the rest of the team that, you know, this is serious, and we invest in you and your training, and we expect you to execute at the time of sale to the degree that, you know, the company has trained you. So much appreciated. Sorry that happened to you, but it sounds like you've taken good care of it, so thank you.
Okay, any other questions for her? All right, thank you. Thanks for coming in
Thank you,
tonight. All right, so again, council, if you should follow the policy or the procedure, number 2, who would like to take it?
Mayor, I'll move we adopt Resolution 2025-169 imposing the scheduled penalty for the first violation in a 36-month period of a $300 fine.
Second.
All right, so I have a motion by Councilmember Clausen, second by Councilmember Olson. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Pete, since you're up there right now, if I saw right, I think in our weekly update, we just finished up doing alcohol compliance, is that correct?
Yes,
And we're 100%.
100% compliance.
So-
So.
There you go for the Hy-Vee thing there, so very, very nice to see that, so kudos.
Our job's easier too. So.
It does, I know it does. We don't like you guys having to come here to have these discussions with us, so thank you for showing up and working hard to make sure it doesn't happen again. Thank you.
Thanks.
All right, we'll move to C then on our regular agenda, which is Real Estate Equities Apartment Project. And I believe Brenda Melanowski, our Finance Director, is going to take us through this one.
Mayor, members of the council, I'm going to, as the mayor had said, walk you through this real estate equities. Tonight, there are 3 items that you'll be acting upon. First, the development agreement, the LAHA agreement, and then finally, the housing revenue bond allocation. First, here's the site plan for the project. It is down on 100th Street in Hadley Avenue in the southwest corner of the city. And project details on it, it's the 164 apartment units, it's the affordable housing. And there on the screen is that affordability that is in that project. There's 3 units at less than 30% AMI, 15 units at 31 to 50% AMI, 122 units at 150 or at 51 to 60% AMI. On the screen there is showing at 60% AMI what those income levels would be here in Washington County in 2025 to give you an idea on that. The units, there are 30 one-bedroom units, 88 two-bedroom units, and 46 three-bedroom units. Previously, you had approved the site plan review, the comprehensive plan amendment, and the zoning amendment. That was back in June. And before you tonight is the developer agreement that hadn't been brought forth in June in order to give the city and the developer time to work through that agreement. And so that is on the agenda for tonight. Also tonight is the Local Affordable Housing Aid Agreement. We like to call that LAHA. In 2023, the state dedicated 0.25% in the 7-county metro area for LAHA, or Local Affordable Housing Aid, in order to develop and preserve housing. And so this project with Real Estate Equities meets that criteria. And when the developer had come in previously, they had requested a TIF district, a housing TIF district, and now that these LAHA funds are available, it allows that tax capacity from that project to go back on the tax rolls quicker, and we're able to then fund the project. In June, you had supported the use of LAHA in the amount of $785,000. However, due to an increase in construction costs and taxes, there was a request to increase the amount of the LAHA funding. Also, since June, we received our 2025 amount that we'll receive for LAHA, and so we're receiving more than we thought in June. And so we're able to offer for LAHA on this development the $916,000. Remember that amount, it is supported by the financial analysis that was done by our municipal advisor, Ellers, and so we just didn't hand out these funds. They had to demonstrate that there was a need for that, and they did do that. And then if 2026 would be less than what we're anticipating, that $916,000 would be reduced by that amount. These LAHA funds will be sent out as a loan, and it'll be a forgivable loan in 15 years if the criteria, specifically the affordability criteria, is reported and is in compliance for that 15-year period. The second or the third portion that you'll be approving this evening is the multifamily revenue bonds. That's that conduit debt we've been talking about. We had been back in front of you, and you'd authorized the bond issuance amount of $50 million, and so tonight is the execution of that. The reason that developers that have these sorts of projects, this public project, affordable housing, they have lower interest rates for the developer and lower issuance costs, and then we receive an issuance fee here at the city. It's important to remember that these bonds, they aren't our liability. They're not on our books. They won't affect our AAA bond rating, and it's not a moral obligation of the city. We are just acting as that conduit between that lender and that borrower on this. The project costs are about $56 million, and the agreement that the resolution that you're approving tonight is for that maximum bond issuance amount of that $50 million. With that, the recommendations are on the screen, and I am happy to answer any questions.
All right, thank you. Council, any questions for Brenda at this point? I know this has been kind of a long road. Is there any applicants or the applicants in the room?
The applicant is
Yep.
here.
Did you want to say anything, or? Yeah, if you'd like, just come up.
Good evening, Mayor, members of the council. Thank you for having me tonight and considering these items. All I want to say is I think we've been working on this since May of last year is when we had our initial council workshop, and there's been a lot of different, as you see, things to work through with staff and planning commission and everything. So just want to say thank you for everyone at the city for working on this project with us. These affordable housing developments take a village and take a long time and to put together. So just want to say thank you for all the work that staff has done to support this development.
Sounds good. I didn't have you state your name and address
Oh,
for the
my
record. Sorry.
apologies.
No, that was me for not telling you that.
My name's Blaine Barker with Real Estate Equities, the developer, owner, and property manager, office at 579 Selby Avenue in St. Paul.
Fantastic, thank you. All right, any questions for him at all? All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate you coming. All right, so council, we have, I believe, 3 separate resolutions before us.
I would move that we adopt the development agreement with Cottage Grove AHI LLLP for the Real Estate Equities Apartment Project.
All right, so I have a motion by Councilmember Thiede. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Councilmember Garza. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Motion carries. Who would like number 2?
I'll take it. I would like to propose a move approving the local affordable house aid agreement with Cottage Grove AHI LLLP Real Estate's Equities substantially in the form presented. Final approval and execution of the agreement is strictly pending review and approval by both the city attorney and the attorney for Cottage Grove AHI LLP.
3 L's. I love how you have the 3 L's there. All right, so we have a motion by
Thank you.
Councilmember Garza,
I'll second that.
second by Councilmember Thiede, or I'm sorry, Councilmember Olson, sorry. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Aye, opposed? Motion carries.
Mayor, I'll move recommendation number 3 to approve Resolution 2025-160, authorizing the issuance, sale, and delivery of its multifamily housing revenue bonds, the Hadley Ridge Apartments Project, Series 2025 ABCD, approving the form of and authorizing the execution and delivery of such obligations and related documents, providing for the security rights and remedies with respect to the obligation and granting approval for certain other actions with respect thereto.
Boy, that was quite a
Wow.
legal comments there. Corey must have got a hold of that. So we have a motion by Councilmember Clausen, second by Councilmember Thiede. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. The only question I might have for you real quick, if you would, do you have a date where you're going to start construction? I know this project's pretty big, so it's going to take a little time. If you want to share with the public at this point. I know there's been people asking.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. We expect to close on all the financing by the end of the year and then start in early 2026. And then expect to finish construction late spring, early summer of 2027.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you again for being here.
Yes. All right. So next on our agenda this evening is council comments requests. And I think we'll start with the presentation.
Yeah, that sounds
You want
good.
to do that?
Yep.
So I'm going to have Phil pop this up. So for those in the public that are maybe watching at home, we'll have one more council meeting like the day before one of our holiday events that we're going to be having in Cottage Grove. So what we thought this evening, as part of council comments and requests, is to talk briefly about these events that are coming right down the road here in the next few weeks and over the next month for some of the neat events that are going to be happening around town. Love to have you come out and help, participate, have some fun with us in a lot of these events. And this is just a few, I don't want to say small because they're not small, but a few events. There's many more events happening throughout the community of Cottage Grove, and encourage you to get active and get engaged out there with friends and family. And what we'll do is we'll start with, I believe it's going to be our Councilmember Clausen is going to take us through the first item here, which is just about a week away.
Hail to the bird. November 27th, I remember this starting 15 years ago, and
I know.
It started with a family,
Yeah.
two families that started a race Thanksgiving morning, and has now grown to, I think, 500 to 600 people. I think it might be that many. And the proceeds, if you run in this race, this 5K, the proceeds go to the Friends in Need food shelf. And they also work with the CPKC Holiday Train, which is going to come up in a minute, but that's coming on, that's up next week, Thanksgiving.
So, yeah, November 27th, 9 o'clock in Hamlet, and I believe there is some information out there, and I see the active.com is where you can register.
Thank you, Mayor.
So if you are interested, I thought I'd just help you with that one. And I do remember, too, when the very first time, because they had me in a big black top hat to pardon
was there, I
the
saw it.
turkey. So one of the things I've gotten.
That really happened.
It
Yes,
did happen, so. All right, the next,
Just gobble that up, don't they?
oh my
Oh,
goodness.
wow.
I did set that up.
There's no
Here we
photos,
go.
it didn't happen.
Right.
All right, then Councilmember Olson, we got a couple Santa events.
Well, thank you very much, Mayor. I'm very excited to announce that, again, this year, you will have the opportunity to bring your family to the Cottage Grove Lions Santa Breakfast at the VFW. This year is on December 7th. It runs from 8 a.m. to noon. Again, VFW Red Barn, which is located next to Walmart, 9260 East Point Douglas Road South. This is put on by our Cottage Grove Lions Club, of which I am a proud member. The price to participate is $12 for adults, $8 for kids, and that includes a full breakfast. You'll have Santa and Sparkles the Elf to be there as well. We'll have all sorts of games and giveaways and prizes. The kids, when they come in, they actually get to register for some of the giveaways, and we have some pretty nice things to give away this holiday season. So I hope you can come and attend that. And then right about the time that you just start getting hungry again after that big breakfast, you'll get to go to River Oaks for their Santa Brunch, which is December 21st this year, 9 a.m. to noon. This is at River Oaks Municipal Golf Course at 11099 Highway 61, right across from Zivix. $25 for adults, $18 for kids 6 to 12, free if you're under 5. There's sleigh rides, there's the big North Pole breakfast, there's photos with Santa Claus and a whole bunch of other things. I know the mayor likes to take the grandkids to both of these events, so you'll probably get a chance to mingle with the mayor as well, which is well worth the price of admission. So I hope we'll see you at both. Have a great holiday season, everyone.
There you go. And the one thing I really like about it this year is that there's actually separation between the two.
Yes,
Not
yeah.
like the same weekend or only one weekend
We've
apart.
made that mistake in the past, and we
Yes,
try to
that's good.
avoid it. Yep.
That's awesome. All right, now we'll move to Councilmember Thiede. We have the hometown holiday in Cottage Grove.
Yes, the hometown holiday in Cottage Grove on December 4th from 5 to 7 p.m. at the City Hall here at 12800 Ravine Parkway. And you'll have to come and join us for a fun of evening activities. Santa and Mrs. Claus will be there, wagon rides from parking lots, live reindeer, maybe even Rudolph, games and activities, food trucks, the Park High School Choir. It's always a great time, and sometimes it's been a little bit chilly, but then you got your hot drinks and everything else, you know, and so it's just been it's been a great time, and I think this is the year number 4.
Corey, don't you guys come with some of the hot chocolate and different things, your team?
This year, Your Honor, members of the council, our firm is sponsoring, so we provided a donation for the cookies, but I will do my very best to help the cookie table, because as you know, that's a very important table.
It is, thank you.
So,
I thought you were
Excellent.
going to say taste test the cookie table.
Well, that too.
Yeah. All right, thank you. So that's awesome. And that's here at City Hall here, and that's coming soon. And then Councilmember Garza, we also have something that's pretty neat that happens in Cottage Grove Bend for many, many years now. I'll kick it over to you.
Yes, I am glad to share that. Cottage Grove has the Fun Holidays Lights Tour that happens every year here. And registration opened on November 12th. So I would say if you haven't gotten registered for your lights, get on there and get them registered. The map will be out for your availability on November 26th. And up until December 15th, they'll be adding new addresses. So if you are a little bit later getting your lights up, you still can get on that registration map by December 15th. But we do an amazing display in our city. So if you haven't gone and rode around the city to see all the lights, it is a beautiful display, and it's so nice to go and hang, so.
Absolutely.
looking
I'm already
forward to
seeing
it.
some pretty nice ones out there already. They're lit up already.
My neighbors.
How are yours coming along?
They're coming. I'm hoping to be ready, well, for sure by Thanksgiving, but this weekend I'm going to be very busy. So.
It'll be nice out.
Yes, I know it's supposed to be. That's why I'm happy about that. And then I'm going to finalize it. Not that this, again, is the only thing, but it is a big, big event here in Cottage Grove for many, many years, and that is the CPKC Holiday Train, which will arrive here in Cottage Grove on December 13th, which is a Saturday, by the way. It's from 3:30 to 6:30. It's down on West Point Douglas Road near the Youth Service Bureau. And it, as you noticed, or I should say it's on the screen here, this is the 27th year that they've been in Cottage Grove. And I always like to throw a couple kudos out to our community and the surrounding communities because we're one of the largest stops of all of the train stops across the United States. We're also one of the largest stops for fundraising. I will mention to you that the goal that they've shared with me for this year is $125,000. And again, that is specifically going to the Friends in Need Food Shelf, which supports all of the area families, not again, just Cottage Grove, Super Park, New Park, Great Cloud, and so on. You can come as early as 3:30. There will be things to do, a warming tent, there's music. There's going to be, I'm assuming, glow sticks and all that again, snacks to eat. There's food trucks. And again, of course, the train pulls in usually around 5:15-ish, I believe, is where they'd usually try to get in there. Oh, yeah, and Dave's got his shirt on, if you can see that. I don't know, they're on me at the moment. But the idea here, though, is it's a fun event. Bring the family. If you've been here, people do come every single year to these different events. But if you haven't been to the train and see it coming down the road and looking at the face of the kids when they get to see, Santa and everybody else there, and the lights that they do. Kudos to CPKC for doing this. They didn't have to do this. They do it, and they always present a significant check to the Friends in Need food shelf when they're here, too. So we do appreciate them, and looking forward to this huge event, and looking forward to seeing all my council colleagues and our city staff. And let's see if we can, hopefully it'll be a good weather day. And if it is, let's just completely fill up that area down there. And last thing I'll mention, other than the fundraising total or goal that they've got, there'll be places down there for you to bring cash. There'll be people with buckets that will be secured. And then if by chance you wanted to donate not donate money, they do recommend you do paper products. So like toilet paper, paper towels, things essentials that maybe are not something you always think about getting at a food shelf, toothpaste, things like that. So if you do have some of those things, if you want to donate those, you can obviously bring those and donate them there also at that time.
What
Okay?
about parking, Mayor? Where are people supposed to park for this?
Great question. There will be wagons that'll be carting people back and forth, whether it's down by the Park and Ride, which is down there along West Point Douglas Road. I also know that people do park up by the Armory, up by the 80th Street, what is it, 80th, not 80th Street, 80th Street Crossings? Yeah. I was trying to think which one it was, but yeah, 80th Street Crossings, All Saints Lutheran Church. So there's plenty of places to park, and there's ways to get down there. So I encourage everybody to join in and let's all celebrate this holiday season together. All right? So with that, we will go back real quick to see if there was anything else council wanted to present this evening. So I'll start with Councilmember Clausen. Is there anything else you want to talk through tonight?
Excuse me, Mayor, I had a note to talk about the new bus route, but Commissioner Bingham talked about that. I even had, that's all I had tonight, was to talk about this new bus route. I'm happy to see that we're finally getting some more transportation in South Washington County.
I agree.
That's it, thanks.
Absolutely. Thank you. Councilmember Olson?
I want to remind everybody that it is Give to the Max Day tomorrow, Thursday. The Give to the Max website for Minnesota has been open for several weeks, but tomorrow is technically the day. And if you are looking for an opportunity to make your annual charitable donations, Give to the Max Day is a really great time to do that. You can go to the givemn.org website, and there's a little search engine there where you can search for nonprofits in the area that you may want to support. I would encourage everybody to take a look at Friends in Need Food Shelf, which is listed. Basic Needs of South Washington County is also listed. The Youth Service Bureau is another very good charitable organization that's listed. And this is an opportunity to take advantage of matching funds in many cases. For some folks, their business will also match their funds. For example, if you work for an organization like mine and you make a charitable donation, my company will match 50 cents on the dollar up to a certain dollar amount. And this web engine will allow you to seek whether or not your company plays a role in that or not. But again, Give to the Max Day, the need is great. As you heard Commissioner Bingham say earlier, there's about a 30% increase in need for those who are dealing with food insecurity this holiday season. And it's our obligation as their friends and neighbors to make sure that everybody has a happy and healthy holiday. So if you can even give a few bucks, please take the time to do that. Again, that website is givemn.org.
All right, thank you, Councilmember Olson. Councilmember Thiede?
Yeah, I'll mention something. I did do the November council update today and talked about this a little bit too, but, with the potential of snow, we're kind of getting into that season, and, And so mentioned about, the snow plows, and they're all getting ready and everything. And just to remind people that there is a, parking ban overnight from, I think it's like 2 to 6 a.m. And then anytime it snows, you want to keep the car out of the road, otherwise the plows, if they have to go around it and everything else, and it creates a mess. And even though they're very, very good drivers, I'm not sure I'd want to take the chance of getting the old vehicle dinged up, right? Also, another point that we were talking about is that the garbage cans, some people put them in the street, well, that actually gets in the way of the snowplows also. And those fantastic robotic arms on the garbage trucks can actually reach 5 feet into the driveway. So, even if you put them all the way kind of to the edge of the driveway so that you don't back out in the morning and run into them or something like that. But, so keep them off the street so that the plow drivers have a clear path there too, so that they can continue to do the excellent job that they've been doing over the years, so.
Fantastic. I think Ryan and his team are happy that you brought that up, so there you go. Councilmember Garza.
Thank you, Mayor. I have nothing tonight.
Nothing today. There we go. All right, same here. The only comment I'm going to ask is only because it's related to the holidays. Our Public Works Director, Ryan Burfine, when do the holiday pole lights go up?
It'll be on the day after Thanksgiving.
There we go. So you'll see our decorations around the community on the street lights in our business areas around the day after Thanksgiving. So just wanted to mention that to the public. All right, next on our agenda is workshop open to the public. We have none this evening. We do have a workshop which is closed to the public. Just so everybody knows, we will be conducting a performance evaluation of Jennifer Levitt, our city administrator. And we will be closing that meeting in the conference room pursuant to Minnesota Statute 13D.05, subsection D, 3A, to conduct, again, a performance evaluation of city administrator Jennifer Levitt. So after we're finished with that, we will then adjourn from there. Everybody, please have a wonderful and safe Thanksgiving, and looking forward to seeing everybody at the holiday events or maybe shopping around after Thanksgiving. Take care, everyone.